What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We're down here, honey. I had to make sure my son got on the bus. It's Monday. It is literally a Monday out here. His bus routes. I don't know what's going on with the bus system. I don't know. They changed their bus routes, so he had to get on the public bus. So I was trying to make sure, we had to do all that shit this weekend, get his routes together. It's only one bus that he has to take, so this is his first time getting on a city bus. So he's really nervous, and so he was and he's funny about time. The way I've imprinted that on him. He's real funny about time. And so he's where's the bus? Where's the bus? I'm like, the bus is going to be here. That's one thing that you can count on, is the bus being on time. That's one thing you can count on. I said, so he was waiting for the bus, and he's going to take a bus home this afternoon. Luckily, it's just one bus. But something happened with their bus routes, that they have changed all the bus routes. I guess it was, I don't know, they don't have enough bus drivers. I think that's what it is. And so all their bus routes are closer to the, literally closer to the school, which makes no sense. I figure you would have the bus routes that are closer to the school canceled, because the kids can actually walk there. But the kids who are furthest away, you should actually have a bus route for them to get to school, which it doesn't make sense. But I don't work on the school board. Just a lot of things. People usually, when the shit is inconvenient for you, it doesn't make sense. That's usually how it goes. So I've been down here waiting with him at the bus stop. He was he was yelling. He was like, it's not coming. I was like, it is coming. And then right when I pulled off, the bus was coming. So I was like, I have to go record my videos. And he was like, okay. And so he's on his bus now. As I was pulling away, the bus hit the corner. So he jumped his ass on the bus. So we're down here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I was taking my notes as I was waiting for him to get on the city bus. So I was like, dude, you could take it. I was like, you're gonna be great. And we looked at the bus routes, and luckily it's only one bus, and it's only gonna take 20 minutes. So this is his first. Hey, little dog, little dog, where are your peoples? That's the same little dog from last time. I guess this is his little neighborhood. Guess this is his stomping grounds. So anyways, Love and Marriage Huntsville and Real Housewives of Potomac was good. Like I said on the post this morning, I only watched maybe barely a half of Salt Lake City. I didn't even see Miss Mary Cosby, honey. I went to sleep. So by the time she came on the screen, if she did come on the screen at all, you know how they like to do her. So we'll see. I have to rewatch that and take notes. So that will be tomorrow. So hopefully we can get these two videos knocked out, and I'm not too long-winded about it. All right. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Oh, it's in my phone. Okay. Y'all, it's a mess. Okay, here, half of it's in my phone, and then I fell asleep, and so I took the rest of it this morning. Melanie is shooting her music video. She said this is her passion, and this is the next step on her journey. And the same person who co-wrote the song is also going to direct it too. So he's going to be directing it, and she's going to be able to live her dreams out loud. They shot the video and everything, showed her little friend or what have you. Is he not going to close the front door? Oh, she's getting in right here. Oh, they look crazy as hell. Okay. And it's so funny how when they were done shooting the video, how she was thanking everybody, baby. She was thanking people like she had just won an award. So like I said last week, if you have the means to live out your dream, no matter how horrible you sound, and baby, let me tell you what I thought about next week when they show, I don't know, Carlos said that the Las Vegas trip is going to be 4 episodes altogether. So I don't know which episode it is when, what's his name is telling, look how I tied my scarf. It's a mess. Everything, look how I tied my scarf. It's a mess. And this needs to come up a little bit, huh? Okay. And what I said last week when they showed Melody and Martell arguing on the side, I said all he got to do is tell her, and you can't even sing. That's all he got to do, and shut her whole shit down. Baby, as petty and simple as the Holtz, both of them are, that would be the first thing out my mouth. If I was Martell, I'd be like, girl, you can't even sing, but you can't do that because I guess that's the mother of your children and you don't want to. I don't know. I mean, it would be in poor taste. It would be. But, girl, no. You can't even sing. Shut up. I would tell her that. Sorry. If I was Martell, yeah. Girl, shut up. You can't even sing. Will you go somewhere with that? Okay, anyway. So, let's keep talking. All right, so she's sitting there talking with the babysitter, and she wants to apologize. Her name is Brittany. She wants to apologize for Martell's antics. He was, just wrecking shop, going everywhere, knocking everybody down, and she was one of those people where he kind of made it seem like Destiny left her kids with somebody that only had one child, couldn't take care of the other kids. Remember when he did that? He made a whole video about it and everything. And she says, he does make it difficult. There has to be consequences for his actions and all this other stuff. So we get down to Black and Jalen and Tisha are having a conversation. Apparently the staff is quitting. He said the half of the staff, they just got up and left. So that's letting me know all that I need to know. When people leave, that's all I need to know. I should fix it, huh? I just tied it any kind of way. That's all I need to know is if people are leaving, they're unhappy. So they're leaving for some reason. And it just seems like Tisha and Marceau are kind of like, it's almost like they're not taking any responsibility. It does seem like they're setting him up to fail. It does seem like they're trying to teach him a lesson or something. And I'm not sure that two people who are inexperienced in the restaurant and food and hospitality business can even create a space to make someone learn more by making it harder and more stressful. I didn't like the way that she was like, these nightly reports, I need for you to get me these nightly reports. And he was like, well, half the time I don't even bring my laptop because I know I'm going to have to be cooking. I'm going to have to, as the general manager or in training or whatever the hell he's doing, I'm going to have to be cooking. So I don't even bring my laptop to send you a nightly report. She says, I know you have all these responsibilities, but I need you to do your job. It's a lot and I totally understand it. No. You clearly don't understand it, because if you did understand it, you would understand why he's not sending the nightly reports. And in order to better understand, why don't you tell him to send you the nightly reports in the morning, since he's over here being the general manager, a server, a hostess, and a cook? Like, I was like, you guys are whack as fuck. He was like, we had a big holiday and nobody helped me. And he was like, and I was figuring it was like something going on between you and my mom. Like, you can't get out my mom, so you want to attack her offspring. I'm glad he's speaking up. I'm glad he ain't I'm just going to hold my mouth because she's older and all that other foolishness. No. I don't blame him, and I'm glad he's speaking up. I love it. And then she says, Marceau, he shows up and they start talking about taking ownership for making it work. I don't know. I just don't like the way Marceau talks. I would have been told him, like, dude, I think you're bullshitting me right now. I think you are trying to sell me something that is broken. I think you're trying to sell me some lies and some bullshit. I just don't like the way Marceau talks. So he tells him, why don't you rate us? And he says, well, you guys are pretty much hands off. I've had no training, and I'm still expected to show up. And nobody's asking, how can I help? And it's to me, I feel like it's fucked up. I feel like you had the means to open a restaurant and you don't want to run it, but you want to be the operating officer. You want to be over here being the operations manager. but you're not really doing anything. You just want to have a position as if you're doing something, and you're not hands on. And what's really crazy is the things that Jalen is learning, y'all are not even learning as the business owners, which should be something that you should want to learn as the owner. Like when Maurice went and met with Oompa Oomp, when he sat up there with him and he was sitting up there at the reception, he was like, "You the receptionist?" He said, "Yeah, when you own your own shit, you ain't no telling what position you're going to be." Same thing. Marceau and Letitia ain't learning shit about black. Jalen's going to learn more about black. And if you don't watch it, if he gets his shit together, he going to end up cutting y'all out a bunch of us, cutting you out of a bunch of shit, because you don't know anything. You don't know nothing about the business. You just want the numbers at the end. You don't want to learn as he's learning, and you want to position yourself as if you're doing him a favor. Like, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. You feel like everybody's walking out and I just said Jalen will take care of it. No, that's not cool. I don't think it's cool. And then he tells him, you can't get stronger unless you put more stress on yourself than you need to bear. Nobody wants to work like that, honestly. And then you're talking to like a millennial probably, and that's not the vibe at all. That's not it. Nobody is working under duress. Nobody's working under stressful environments. Nobody wants to work with stress, that unnecessary stress, right? There are some jobs that have like regular stress. You got a deadline. You have the normal stress of being in a restaurant where you are, people sit down, you need to serve them on time, you need to be timely. That's going to create a level of stress. But the level of stress that comes with having no help, that should not be part of the equation. And it shouldn't be presented as a way to develop character. That's trash to me. Yes, I did handle this weekend flawlessly, but I still need help. And then he tells him that you are having priceless life experience. So what type of life experience did you have that looks similar to this, that makes you believe that you need to present him with the same experience? Like, you guys don't make sense to me. So later on, Letitia apologizes to Marceau, and she apologizes for getting aggressive. He says, we've been in this for 15 years. You know what I like and you know what I don't like. That let me tell you something. I've told you guys this 1,000 times. Time spent, years known, how many children, how well you know your family, how much money you let them borrow, none of that matters. None of it matters. When a person makes a choice to step out of their marriage, none of that matters, clearly. Martell had 3 kids, stepped out, created another kid, created another kid with his wife, then created another kid with the side chick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Okay? So they're going to Las Vegas, and it's going to be no Wanda. Anyway, so like we go, Oompa Oomp, he goes and meets with, Maurice goes and meets with him, and he invites him to Las Vegas. He wants to make sure everything is good with the vaping situation. He was like, yeah, okay, everything is fine. So then Destiny and Mel go over to Destiny's house. And they start talking about the trip as well, and they're getting ready. And she was like, we're going to be the only 2 single. And she was like, no, Martell's going to be there. He's single. Girl, how do you know? How do you know? He was married to you and you didn't even know. He had 2 girlfriends. He had you and you was the side chick. After 5 years, you're the side chick, bitch. Anyways, so she says, they better not try to do no couple shit, with no group shit, no couples exercises with me and Martell. And then Destiny says something, she's always the referee. Anyways, they arrive. They're on their way to Las Vegas. They swinging around the pole. They said Marcus is going to be Mr. Miami again. They showed him from the last time. He was cutting up and having a good time. They get to the house. It's a really nice house. They're in there. They're looking at their rooms. Martell the what is it? Tiffany and her husband, and then Kimmi and her husband, and Letitia and her husband. So it's all them, and then Martell. And then the rest of them are coming later. Letitia acted like she didn't know if Destiny and Melody were coming. I don't know why she acted like that when they were both clear that they were arriving the next day. Anyway, so they're sitting around, getting ready to, they just arrived at the house, and they start having this conversation about picking another woman and how it's not cheating. And then Martell says cheating is when someone doesn't know. And everybody's like, if anybody is going to know, it's Martell, but doesn't seem like he has the rules down pat anymore. He don't know he don't know what it's about. And so they said that, Destiny thinks that, they start talking about the threesome thing, and they were like, Destiny thinks that you want her, Kimmi. She was like, I don't know why would she think that? Why would she think that if Maurice picked somebody, he would pick her? She think everybody want her. She think Maurice want her. And then Tisha goes, yeah, she think the whole family want her. And then she was like, yeah, because you be rubbing on her. And then she was like, if you not used to somebody touching on you, and you think everybody who touch you wants you, you got a bigger problem. I said, I know that's right. And she was like, I rub on everybody. Who do I rub on the most? And then Tisha was like, Martell. She was like, girl, don't play. Ain't nobody rubbing on Martell. Ain't nobody rubbing on Martell. So they start talking about it's not planned. Threesomes are not planned. They're spur of the moment. And so they were just having a good laugh about that. And then so Letitia goes, I think everybody wants to just, enjoy the house right now. So we are, just going to order in and hang out by the pool. So they're getting their bikinis ready and this and that. But what I did notice, I don't know if anyone else noticed, Maurice and Kimmi, she was getting her bathing suit ready, and he was looking like, well, let me see what you got, because I know he was pumping her up. He was like, I know you got some. And where she was like, okay. She started throwing stuff from the bathroom. He was like, you need me to come in there with you? She was like, it would take longer, to get ready or whatever. But then when you shoot to Marceau and Letitia, she's actually calling him into the bathroom with her so she could put on her bathing suit. And he's like, no, I'm not coming in there. She was like, you don't want to help me? He was like, no. I thought it was funny how they put those two things together. I noticed that. Anybody else notice that? Okay, anyway. So they're taking shots. They're having a good time. They asked Martell, was he hesitant about coming? He was like, the only thing that I'm hesitant about is Melody, because I don't know how she's going to receive me. I don't know what shit she going to be on. If she get on some shit, I'm definitely going to be on my shit. That's what he said, in other words. I'm translating what he said. He's like, it just depends on how she act or whatever. So then Tiffany was talking about how Marceau, the way he talks, and she was like, people don't just talk like that. She's noticing that he's a chauvinist, misogynistic pig. He's more of a chauvinist than a misogynist, but his chauvinistic ways come from the idea that women are supposed to be in a certain place. So it could lend to misogyny, but I don't think that he hates women. I just think he sees women as like lower than him. He looks at it in a hierarchical idea, and I don't think that he hates women. So he's more of a chauvinist than a misogynist, because to me misogynists really just, they don't like women. And you can say, like, if you think somebody is beneath you, you probably don't really like them, but he doesn't seem to be like disrespectful. He's just rude, and it's clear how he views women. So I don't know, it could go either way, but I would teeter on Marceau being a chauvinist. So anyways, Tiffany takes notice to that, and she was like, I don't know how she could have been with that man for 15 years. Anyways, the men start laughing, and they say that Kimmi saved Maurice from a fucked up marriage. And then they were like, Kimmi stole you away. Kimmi was like, let me let the new girl know, because y'all playing games. It was all because Martell was, Martell's house was on fire, so he wanted to set everybody else's house on fire. So he tried to say that I was a side chick, and I was not a side chick. But it looked like it did work, because it's a running joke. It's a running joke now. So someone tells Martell that he was a champ for how he handled his divorce. That's when men say that kind of stuff to each other, After you finish just saying that Martell went around trying to burn everybody's house down, that's not taking your divorce like a champ. Lying on everybody, getting on Instagram. No, you didn't take it. You took it like a sore loser, because I didn't think that you thought that Melody was going to leave you. I think that you thought Melody was going to get the advice of some old ass woman in the mindset of Wanda and tell her to stay with this man because you ain't gonna find no other man that's gonna marry you with 4 children. And I think, truly believe that he thought he was going to win at this game, and he's not. He did not take it like a champ. Not to me. And then they were like, it's better on the other side. It's better when you do it the second time. And then Kimmi was like, I just want to make it clear again that I've never been no side chick or whatever. And that was Martell telling lies on everybody. And he was like, it's kind of funny. And then Kimmi tells Marcel, so is it funny if I said you had a side baby? Oh, okay. Because Tisha ain't laughing when I say that. So then Tisha in her interview goes, why did she bring that up? Girl, the same reason why you lend in and contribute to the joke that Kimmi is a side chick. Even when you guys were at Mel's house and y'all was asking those questions, you made it seem like she's been a side chick before. So I could make a joke about your man having a side baby if you want to join in on the jokes about me being a side chick. So watch your mouth, sis. That's it. Why bring that up? Same reason why y'all think it's a joke to say that I'm a side chick. I don't find it funny. Anything else? Okay. So stop bringing it up, because every time you, if I was Kimmi, every time you brought up me being a side chick, I'm going to bring up that your husband has a side baby. And that's how we just going to dance. Okay. Letitia says, well, since we talking, why you want to be petty? And you know what? You really messed up. I feel like Tisha, you shouldn't have even mentioned your mom on this trip at all. And then a side note. I realized that Wanda ain't but 15 years. Wanda had Letitia at 15 years old, right? She is 15 years older than this group, right? 15 years older. I would have been cussed Wanda out. You ain't nothing. You not an elder. You like an older cousin. You like an older cousin, one that your grandmother had, the last baby that your grandmother had, right? She old auntie vibes, but she ain't nothing but 15 years older than you. Bitch, I would have been cussed her ass out. You understand me? And Kimmi, you closer to Wanda's age, so you about 10 years younger. I bet you about 10 years younger than Wanda. It wouldn't be no risk. The only reason why they haven't cussed that lady out is because she's Tisha's mother. But I tell you one motherfucking thing, I would have been cussed her ass out, because you're not an elder, bitch. You an older, old ass cousin, auntie type energy. That's it. You the youngest grandma's baby. You were last of grandma's baby, but you still got that old thick neck. You got that old energy. That's what you got, that old energy. Them little tight curl wigs. What do they call them? 27 pieces. I don't know shit about wigs. Anyway, Letitia goes, we need to bring this up. You told my mom to shut the fuck up, right? She's like, I'm always fighting with your family. She said, your family needs to stop watching TV, and I feel like you don't clarify things. She said, why would I assume that my mom was lying? And she was like, well, you stick up for Jalen. And she was like, yeah, but I don't come to you about no derogatory things Jalen has said about you. And then she says, well, when you told Jalen you're short with Jalen, she was like, I'm no way with things. You're short with Jalen. And when he was saying yes ma'am, and you told him don't call you ma'am, and then he was being smart, he was trying to be smart with me. And she said, well, if you're going to defend your son just the way my mom defends me. She was like, I know the tone. They said tone is on both sides. And then they said, well, sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes you're wrong. And then Marcel positions himself like he's never wrong. I was like, see, that's the chauvinistic side, right? Jalen is never wrong. And then Maurice was like, that's not true. She does correct Jalen. And then that was the end of it. She was like, you getting on my damn nerves. And that was pretty much the end of it. Now, with Real Housewives of Potomac, I'm going to have to come back and do that. I'm not going to be able to do that in 20 minutes. I could, but I guess it would be super fast and run through. So anyways, take care of each other, protect your energy, peace.